Okay, I'm gonna do this video to help some people out. If you have a 2014 Chevy Malibu, that's what this one is, and you do not have any defrost, but the mode door actuator seems to be working, which it would be mounted right here. All right, it's a pretty common issue, as some of you may know. This one, which in the car here, was here. Obviously, this one switches from floor and vent, so this is most of the modes here. So you can see the flaps moving like so, and the defrost, which is this one, which is that flap right there, and that's all controlled by this big gear, which then attaches with the gear like that to a actuator that's right here. There's also another actuator here. That's a temp door actuator. You don't need that one. But what happens is the little foot part of the gear breaks off. Pretty common issue. This is not plastic, that's grease. Yeah, so that's what you need, is these plastic. It's cheaper to buy this whole unit than it is just to buy all the separate gears, and then you also get extra hardware with it for this part. So you need to make sure, obviously, you put them in the right channel. It should not be able to put on wrong, but there's that. And then I'll show you what I had to do underneath to get this, because this job is supposed to be replacing that whole unit, which is part of the heater box, and we're up under here. I didn't bring my light with me. Is my headlamp gonna be enough? No. Okay, I'm gonna pause, get a light for you guys. Okay, so you see I have all this off. You probably don't need to take this off. I did. I wanted to get out of my way. But most importantly, I wanted to take off this bracket, which is right here. And to do so, you have to get to two 7mm bolts that are right here. And to take this off, you have to, there's 7mm here, one here, one here. You got to disconnect the two 7mm from here. Obviously, well, not obviously, but there was an airbag here. You can see by the airbag connector that's right here. Do all your proper airbag removal stuff. Okay. And then she lives way up there. Want to make sure your gear's okay, but obviously the way that they break off, it's not like a gear issue. It's that part breaks off. This is the actuator. This gear on the end is supposed to come off, but did not really want to. I needed my little tiny wrenches to do this. It's not the easiest thing to do. There's really no point in taking the pedal out, because all of this stuff, see if I can get this, all this stuff here is welded to the dashboard. So really, and that's more in my way than the pedal is. So maybe some people want to take out the brake pedal assembly for that. I didn't want to do that. I clearly got everything out. I'm not replacing those white gears. I'm going to take it off that unit and put it on my toolbox. Just, you know, to have them for future. If I guess there is ever an issue, then you don't have to do that. But obviously these gears are fine, and removing them, I might break them. That's why I didn't remove this gear from this guy, because it seemed like it was gonna break. Something was gonna break, and I wasn't doing it. So I wrenched out the bolt I couldn't get to, and the other one I just used a ratchet. It's kind of tight in here, so you know, do with what you will, but it's going to be a lot quicker than the, I'm sure, 8 to 10 hour dashboard removal that it wants to do for this. So I don't have a under dash creeper yet. That's next on the list of creepers to get, but that's what you want to do. This wheel here is held on with a little, oh, drop that. with the little thing here, but if you just pry on it, it'll pop itself out. I mean, nothing crazy. The screw is what mostly holds it on. So even if you were to somehow break this, you're not out of the ballpark yet, because there's something here that holds it. That thing is supposed to hold the clip though, so you know, if you do break it, you know, it holds this from coming off. You might have to jimmy rig something, but it's not the end of the world. But that is what happens on these Malibus. And you want to get yourself a bunch of wrenches like this. I think I use a 7/32. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 5.5 because that's what the metric size fits. But I don't have any 5.5 in all of these wrenches. I have these 7/32, but I definitely needed that to wrench in there on some certain stuff because nothing was fitting. So like, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Okay, I just wanted to give an update to anyone. That top bolt, you can't thread it in by hand. At least the top bolt for the actuator is what I'm talking about. I had to use this Titan gearless ratchet, this stop with the 5.5 millimeter socket, and you can see all the dum-dum that I got here, so it'll stay in. And then I had to use a mirror to make sure I'm getting it in the hole, and that's how you get the top bolt on here of this actuator right here, the one with the gear on it. Oh god, yeah, you can see the bottom bolt. That one's easy to get to. You can thread that in by hand. The bolt up there that holds that thing on, I threaded that on by hand, but you gotta shove your hand up in there, and it's not fun. But I got it on, and I got the top bolt on of this actuator, which is kind of important because otherwise it's gonna kick funny. There's only 2 bolts that hold it on, and then one little retainer over here on the side. And now I've already ran it through. There's not really any way you could put it on wrong as far as it seems right now. The only thing is those little gears, if they were clocked right, which I hope to God they are, but it doesn't seem like it would matter too much right now because of the way that the slide is inside this white thing. But we're gonna find out right now when I turn the car on and make sure everything works. So thanks for watching. Have a good day. One more thing I wanted to add to this before I start editing this video here. I am right, you can't put it on, you can only put it on one way and it'll work. So, but they kind of wrong, kind of right. You want these to be in the middle of their throw before you put them on, and then when you put them on in this orientation, and then you should have a little bit this way and a little bit that way on both of them, okay, without fail. Alright, and how you check this is you put this guy on, you rotate it till they click in. Obviously I only got one on right now, but if it does not go from here all the way to here, you have it on wrong. It's the easiest way to check. If you put it on wrong, it'll go to like from here to here, or it'll do the same on the other side. It'll be like from here to here, and you won't get the full throw. There's only one way that it will go all the way from the lock to the lock right there. So when you put it in the car, you can check by spinning it by hand and then click and click. I was having issues with it coming out with the way it was calibrating, because it tries to find this lock, so it'll go to the lock and it'll like dit, 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 dit. So there's a spot like right here where it was a little tight and it wouldn't go here, so I had to force it by hand, and then once it learned, then it would go by that little resistance spot. Where we informed the customer that the motor might be a little weak, but obviously the broken piece, maybe I'll put a photo of it up right now. On the screen, that's why the defrost wasn't working and everything else was working, because the gear for this one was broken. But yeah, so I just wanted to add that little bit at the end to help some of you DIYers out. If you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.